Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Don't Be Mad podcast, your weekly dose of 1, 2, 3 guys kicking back and shooting the shit, plus a white boy. I'm your boy Matthew, aka Lefty Lucky, and I'm joined here as always with.
Yeah, man, Jamali.
Oh my god, I was like, any day now, guys.
Well,
What's going on?
Jason was gonna go.
We changed the setup, and you guys forget how this goes.
I expected Jason to go, but you know, it is what it is.
Jason's right here with all the power.
Thank God, about time. Jesus.
This is the worst place you can put me because now I have all the control.
Yeah, Jason and power. We'll see how that goes.
It's Kanye with power.
Okay,
First things first, February 1st. We're recording on a Friday. Happy Black History Month, everybody.
Yeah.
What are you shrugging for? I mean, I know it ain't.
Black history for me is every day.
Black excellence
No.
is every day.
Black is every day for me. I don't need a month to celebrate.
Oh, but I mean,
No.
I still appreciate it. I'm going to still acknowledge it. I'm
Yeah.
still use the fuck out of it. That's why I rock this hoodie right now. I've been debating if I'm going to rock it every week or just today. Just come with the hoodie just like, yo, I love my blackness and yours. I really do. Yours too, Tyler. I know there's like at least 2% in you.
Tyler's like right behind me. Tyler's like right behind me here.
Get with a black chick and you can have 2% on you. Fingers crossed.
Tyler,
Ignorance.
don't pay too much mind to what he said.
We're cracking jokes over here, man. Come on.
The ignorance.
But yeah, man. I was at first thinking I was going to do like a double intro thing where one of the intros I say Tom Brady's won the Super Bowl and he's got 6 rings because technically this comes out on Monday. Then I was going to do another one where I was going to say Tom Brady made history by losing back-to-back Super Bowls. So either way, he's a GOAT. So I'm just throwing it out like that.
We don't give a shit about Tom Brady over here.
Why you hate Tom Brady?
Do that shit on your own time.
Look, all I'm saying is if he won 6 rings, I called it. You know? For future me. Good job. High five. Wow. If he didn't do it, yo, good job to the Rams, man. Guaranteed it was that front 4. They got to him.
Well, they got to have to pressure his ass. That's what I got to say. That's all.
It's a bold move. Okay.
They got to make sure he doesn't have enough time in that pocket to chill and sit and think and dissect their defense.
Look, if any team can do it, it would be that Rams front 4, man. That
we already know
solid.
who did it, but you know.
Look, the Eagles were the ones who did it after you guys, so we gotta look at them first.
We did it twice.
Yeah, congratulations.
I'm on their perfect season.
Isn't that 2 rings argument you keep doing? 2 rings. 2 rings.
It doesn't matter. It's still facts.
Look, you guys did it, man. Congratulations to y'all.
Greatness.
Now, I mean, I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl. I haven't made any crazy plans, so I'm most likely just going to watch it at home, order some pizza and wings, and kick back.
And I'm going to come over and do nothing.
Hey, you guys, all 3 of you are
asleep.
more than welcome if you want to come to my place and watch the Super Bowl. I'll turn on the sound bar, you know, we'll make it nice and loud in that bitch. Hey, you loud. You know how loud my shit gets. Don't even worry about it.
It's usually good. I can't complain.
We'll have the wall shaking.
What do you say?
It's good. I can't complain.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I thought he said I can't come by. I was like, damn, you already know that?
You're already hating.
No, I thought
What's wrong with you, dog?
he already asked and it was denied. Couldn't get his permission slip signed.
No, he's like I said, man, because everybody who's been trying to say they're making plans, nothing's been confirmed. I'm just at the point where I'm just like, you know what? I have a home. I have a good TV. I have a good sound system. And I'm getting older. I don't need to run around.
You've
just
grown
to
up to adulthood.
Man, I'm there. I'm there. You know what? You know, this week, the greatest thing that happened to me, naps. Beautiful naps after work, man.
Jamali's face right now.
What? Yo, you're gonna tell me you
What?
can't appreciate a good nap?
Yeah, but it's not something I praise, bro. Like, chill.
Yo, you know what? The reason I praise is because when we were kids, we were like forced to take naps, and we never wanted to. We just wanted to keep
You were
playing.
forced to take naps. And
No, but like even like in school, they'd be like, "All right, it's nap time."
I look forward to nap time.
So now as an adult, you don't look forward to nap time?
I've been looking forward to my whole life. So I'm good.
I'm just saying, it's like you come around to a place where it's just like, yeah, man, the naps. Like, why did we ever stop doing this?
I mean, if you continue this conversation, I might take a nap right here.
Yo, be
This
my
dude
guest.
just low key said you're boring.
Well, he's not interjecting with anything serious, so I mean, fuck, what does he want from me?
God.
If you
damn.
got something better to say it, bruh.
No, I'm good.
No one's holding you back.
Let's get on topic.
Let's get on topic.
I'm
So
in
yeah.
control. I'm controlling this shit from now on. You can see my face.
Oh, Jason's controlling it. Go for
Look
it.
at me.
Go for
I'm
it.
captain
Yo,
now.
go for it.
I'm
Yo,
captain now.
I ain't even gonna hold you.
You forgot what happened to them Somalian smugglers after.
What's it called? Fast and loose?
I'm not no. This is not fast and loose. I can't.
Yo,
I can't be
hey,
fast and loose.
you said you're the captain now, so we fast and loose apparently. Go for it, Playboy.
All right.
Don't say Playboy. You might get in trouble.
Hey.
We're waiting.
No, you go, pick a topic, whichever one you want. Like we talked about.
I thought you were running the
I
ship.
thought he was the captain.
Huh?
I thought you were the captain.
The captain is a good leader. I lead. I don't tell you what to do. I lead.
I don't tell you what to do. I lead. So then lead by example. Let's go.
That's.
I don't think you
different.
know how captains do things.
Hey, the black.
Tyler, what did I
Mamba-
tell you about giving Jason power?
Black Mamba mentality.
What Black Mamba mentality?
Just get the rebound. Just get the rebound. That's what.
Oh
Because
my
you're going to
God.
miss every shot you take.
Okay, relax.
All right, I think you guys were in that energy, so let's just go straight into the NBA. Crazy trade that happened in the NBA. Porzingis went all the way to the Mavs for pretty much nothing, really, if we want to be honest about it. The Knicks are looking kind of crazy.
Knicks are trash.
Well, I mean, they've been trashed. They're pretty much in a tanking situation right now.
What do you mean for nothing? They got back DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, but all the contracts of the guys that they got are expiring at the end of the year, and most likely none of them are going to resign.
And these are people that are not going to tank. Like DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah. They're not going to go to New York
not gonna go
and
to New York.
continue the
lose.
we're here to lose mentality. They're actually going to try to win, and they're talented enough that they could actually win. Which, if you guys want Zion, probably wasn't the best thing to do. You should have just kept Porzingis, who wasn't playing anyways, and just waited till like later in the season when you knew you were completely
but
out of
Zion's
it.
not coming out. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna come out of college, the NCAA.
Dude,
and
I keep telling
dominate.
you he's coming out.
There's
What are you
absolutely
gonna
no
do?
reason for him to stay.
No. I'm not saying he should stay. I'm just saying I don't think he's gonna come out and be a dominant force right away.
One thing I look at is when it comes to like college students coming out is the style of player they have,
Right.
and also what's their efficiency.
Right.
Because like you look at Duke, a lot of people are praising RJ Barrett,
Right.
and as talented as he is, I can understand it, but he's not an efficient player, you know. But like you look at someone like Zion, he can give you 21 points, 24 points, and his shots will be like 11 of 13, 11 of 14, plus the free throws. But then you look at RJ Barrett, he'll go for like 8 for 24. Majority of his points come off the line, and he'll give you that 22, 24 points, the same as Zion.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying is like Zion is a slasher, a big cat. You think he's gonna be able to do that? What he's doing in the NCAA right now? You think he'll be able to do that at the NBA
I
level?
think so. With New York, especially since that's not a really big team. If you look at majority of the guys on that roster, it's a lot of small ball. So it's a lot of fast movement. It's a lot of cuts. It's a lot of back doors. That would fit his style perfectly.
No, but I'm talking about opponent teams. Like,
no, of course. With the opponents, it's all about your matchups, anyways. And then you hope your coach is smart enough to put you in positions where you can make the plays happen. But when you're that type of player that, you know, you live in the trenches, you're a guy who goes after boards, you go for defensive plays, that translates well. Plus, he's nowhere near his ceiling of talent.
absolutely not. He still needs
Because
to get a jump shot.
you're looking at him in the NCAA with the talent that he has, the way he's playing, and it's
Pure
very
athletics.
intelligent.
But it's pure athletics, bro.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to have the athletics.
But it's all that.
But
There's
understand-
no fundamental.
But that's what I mean. You put him in the NBA now, and you teach him those, like, you have the athletics to do these things, but now we're gonna give you the footwork.
Wait. You said teach him with the Knicks? What are the? That's the problem right there.
I get
That's the
that,
problem.
but the Knicks' biggest problem isn't the coach; it's Dolan. That's
No,
the biggest problem.
The owner is
Yeah,
Dolan.
the owner is the biggest problem with the Knicks, not the
Yeah.
coach.
The coach is fine, but
But-
he's gonna be out too because he doesn't want to stay in a situation.
No,
where
I
it
don't think
happens.
their coach is going to stay there for sure, especially if they're able to get Zion. The coach is gone. They're going to try to get a coach that works well with younger guys, that is able to hone in that talent and essentially do what Coach K is doing for him right now, which is,
Who are they gonna get? What's their prospect?
well, look, I don't know what. I'll wait for.
Jason Kidd.
I'll wait for the end of the season where we know exactly who's available, what coaches get fired from other teams, and then we can make that assessment then. And that's especially if the Knicks end up getting that number one pick, because I don't see any scenario where Zion makes himself eligible and he doesn't go number one. Unless it's for a team that really doesn't need him, who ends up with the number one pick.
He's knowing the Knicks, they're not going to get the number one pick. Knicks, right now that team is in garbage mode. They're just right now because they know their pick situation is not the greatest.
Look, as long as the Cavs don't get the number one pick,
the Cavs don't get it again. They might. It's possible.
They might, but that's the thing.
But
as long as they don't get it.
I guess who's going home after that? I'm just joking.
He's on a 4-year contract. He ain't going home no matter what.
I don't know. We'll see. But no, what I was saying about the Zion coming to if he goes to the Knicks, if they pick him, he's not going to learn from no one there. Regardless of whoever the coach is going to be, Fizdale is okay. He's cool. Might help him out, but Fizdale's not going to be one of losing all these.
I honestly can't say he's not going to learn, because there's just certain things as far as coaching goes and playing with players in the NBA that you will learn, because the NCAA and the NBA are two completely different leagues. You could be on the literal worst team as a draft coming in. You will learn. Like it's because it's a different, like Steph Curry. You know, Steph Curry was in college, he was a pure shooter, but you saw as his game progressed in the NBA, his handles got better, his court vision got better, and these are things you learn just when you're playing at the speed of the NBA and you're playing around people who have been in the NBA. They can show you things, they can give you that information that you're not going to get from college students. Like they can't tell you NBA speed. Like they haven't been there.
You see that with James Harden too. When James Harden came out,
when James Harden came out, he was nowhere near the player that he is right now. And granted, he's in a system where it's ISO ball all the time, but
it doesn't matter. But you see his individual game improve over years.
And it's like him essentially like cracking the code on how to be a complete point scorer in the NBA. He found a way to turn not only his shot, his handles, his court vision, because he's one of those guys that he can get you the ball no matter where you are, but then he does the iso ball, which shows you that he can do the one-on-ones, which means his skill is capable to compete against anybody who's in front of him.
Right.
But then you go into the fact of how he's able to just generate fouls, completely take advantage of the system that we have here, and he's the first person to really show us this style that we haven't seen anybody really do.
Right.
You know, and even to go with something that he played before, Russell Westbrook. You know, like the season that he averaged a triple-double, we just saw something from a guy who, when everything he knew, everything he learned coming from the first season he was in OKC to that point, he incorporated, and you could say he was a stat hog essentially, where he was chasing the triple doubles, but
stealing rebounds from his teammates.
But the thing is, you can't chase those triple doubles unless you've learned something in the NBA that has propelled your game forward.
But he also put himself in that position to do that, right? So,
but that kind of game doesn't translate to winning. We see with Westbrook, we see with Harden. Every time in the regular season they go ham, but when it gets to the playoff ball, they fizzle out. Every single year, it's the same.
Oh no! Well, I'm not saying it in terms.
But I mean, basketball is a team sport. What we're talking about is individual skill
exactly.
sets.
Exactly. I'm looking at it straight up as his development once he gets to the NBA. I'm not expecting him to go to the Knicks and now they're a contender, top 4 in the Eastern Conference. Like I don't see that's going to happen. It's going to take time for the team as a whole.
I don't mind the individual's his skill set. It's fine. It's great. But what is that going to help you if you all need to win? What is yours? Your skill set is holding the team back. That's why I think OKC hasn't won anything, because his style play is really good, but it's not team conducted for them to win a championship. They could be great, but they're not winning anything.
Well, I mean, looking at OKC right now, like if you want to look at the player that's really at the top there right now, it's Paul George.
Right.
He's the one who's putting up the MVP numbers, and you're seeing Westbrook even defer to him more often when he notices, like Paul George is on a hot streak. I'm not going to get in his way with that. Like I'm going to take my moments when I get him, but I know this guy's got the hot hand. I'm gonna let him take his position and be a lead in more games often than not. And
but I mean, even if you look at when Russell Westbrook did his triple double thing, what other options did he have for them to win?
Yeah,
well,
this was that was before Paul George was there.
He had nobody else. It was either him or nobody.
That was literally the season before Paul George showed up.
So he had no choice but to do what he did, and it's regardless of whether he was, stuffing his stats or whatever it is. I mean, that effort alone, you know what type of energy it takes to be up and down that court at the rate he does it?
Yeah, but that's wasted energy. If you're not winning, that's wasted energy.
They had a winning season.
They had a winning season, but they didn't win nothing.
Bro,
Joe Ingles for Utah held him, stuck him.
Look, there's a lot of teams that...
Jason, you have 82 games in a season. There's only one champion at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So,
there's a lot of teams that had great players do great things, and when it came down to it, they didn't win. I mean, at the end of the day, that's still you're going to try to build off of what you did in the last season. You're going to try to improve off what you did in the last season.
Wasn't OKC swept by Utah last year with Carmelo and Paul George?
No, they didn't get swept.
They lost one game. They won one game. Sorry,
yeah, they weren't swept.
But still, come on.
One or two, but they definitely weren't swept.
Though. And that's because.
But at the same time, too, Utah was a team that emerged in a way that nobody expected them to do.
Not only that,
Joe Ingles came out there and was just completely dominant in that whole series. And who would have expected of all the people on that team, Joe Ingles would have been the one to do it.
They also played a couple seasons together as a unit, which in Wild, that was their first go around Paul George, Carmelo, Westbrook.
And if you look at Utah, especially, like their playoff run really got hurt when Rubio got hurt. That's when it started to fall apart for them.
I don't know. I think they got better when Rubio was out.
No,
Rubio was out for a long time before they made playoffs.
The thing was, even when he came back, he wasn't in form, and it slowed them down a bit. But he was a big part of like that push that they had to even get into playoff position.
I don't know. I would just think that your play has to reflect your team. That's what I'm saying. I love James Harden and I like Westbrook, but their play, it doesn't translate to team ball, and it hurts their team more than it helps. As much as the stats you put.
The biggest issue with the Rockets is the simple fact that it's like, yeah, you have Harden literally doing this iso ball all the time, and he's essentially what happened to him last season is going to happen to him again, where he needs Chris Paul to come back or he's going to burn out.
And Chris Paul's too old. He needs to retire. It's over.
I don't think Chris Paul's too old because you see the way he manages and contributes as far as controlling pace, because with him being out those 17 games, Harden literally had to do majority of the work. But now that Chris Paul's back, he doesn't have to do iso ball every time now.
No.
He needed
and Chris Paul's one of those true point guards.
Yeah. And Chris Paul's going to facilitate the ball. He's going to make sure that everybody gets their looks.
And he plays with efficiency. The best play is going to happen
because Mike D'Antoni, as great as he is as far as like creating offensive schemes, he's horrible when it comes to defense. He doesn't even coach defense. And it's reflective. And I think that's a bigger issue for the Rockets more so than James Harden going out there and doing what James Harden does.
They're putting too much on James Harden to do right now because he's doing exactly the same thing he did to Kobe. When not with Kobe, but when you basically ran him into the ground.
Yeah.
And
I agree with you on that. But that's why I say with Chris Paul coming back, that's going to change because the run that Harden has gone on only began when Chris Paul got hurt.
But Chris Paul's never available. He's always injured. And this happened last season.
Well, let's see what happens with this season. I mean, like, look, he got his injury. Hopefully he doesn't get another one, especially when the playoffs come around. But
that's probably going to happen.
But they needed him to come back. Like, they needed that to happen.
But Porzingis and Luka Doncic. I can't pronounce
Luka Doncic.
Doncic, yes.
That's going to be a good connection.
That's going to be a good connection for
and don't be surprised if Porzingis all of a sudden gets healthy and starts playing.
The Knicks will get pissed.
No, I think the Knicks tabled them, to be honest with you. I'm quite sure, like, let's say Porzingis is actually, like, still hurt. I still think he's going to be able to play before this season's done.
For sure.
But I think the Knicks, with him being hurt, they were like, just take your time. Like, we want to tank. We want to get a better draft pick, so why would you rush him?
Yeah.
And plus, like, Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis have a good relationship. Like, these guys are actually buddies. So now you look at, like, two young guys in the NBA that are pretty much taken over by storm when they came in.
And they can learn from Dirk, too.
They're definitely going to learn from Dirk. And it's, like, essentially, like, there's a bit of, like, just like a hoarding of European players happening with the Mavs right now.
But you have to see what's funny. Like, the Knicks could have got Dennis Smith Jr. last season.
They could have drafted him.
They could have drafted him last season.
They could have legitimately drafted him.
But them being stupid, they're trading the head of their franchise, the face of the franchise, for Dennis Smith Jr. when they could have drafted him.
And it literally came off a game where I think that Dennis Smith Jr. got like a triple-double against them or something like that. Like he completely smoked the Knicks, and now they traded for him.
Only in New York, man. Only in New York can this happen.
Not only in New York,
We gotta
bro.
find
It
out how
happens
Wolf's
everywhere.
Huh?
We got to find out how Wolf's doing.
Oh, I talked to him. He could barely. He's a
Every Knicks fan I know was just like, well, there's pros and cons, but their list was mostly cons.
Wolfgard said something better happened. KD or Kyrie better come, or
Well, yeah, I was gonna mention,
But I'm
like,
sure.
there's been a lot of pretty much anybody who is New York media and even like some New York players are like heavily hinting that KD is pretty much on his way, which, I mean, a lot of people heavily hinted that Paul George was going to the Lakers. So, I mean, I take it all with a grain of salt. But the only way this ends well for New York Knicks is if they get KD or Kyrie.
or both.
Or both. But you have to get at least one of them. You have to get at least one of them.
There must be something in the pipeline for them to feel confident enough.
really?
You got to look. It's
For
for
them
them
to
said
ta-
pick a K. They got to pick a K. They already got rid of Kristaps. They got to pick Kyrie or KD, man. One of the two.
I don't know. I don't trust the Knicks. I never will. And,
Oh,
and never.
Dude, I don't trust the Knicks either.
It's not about trusting the team. I'm sure they just didn't. They don't wake up in the morning and just be like, "Oh, let's do something dumb."
That's exactly what they do. That's exactly what. The
How can we
Knicks
make
do.
this franchise worse?
That's what
That's
James
not what
Dolan
they
does,
do.
man.
Like, I mean, it's cool to talk shit, but I'm sure they have some sort of idea as to what they're hoping is going to happen, either before the trade deadline or come summer. I'm sure they have some idea as to where they're trying to go.
I'm gonna remember this podcast because I want to laugh at the Knicks at the draft and
Just
at
mark it
trade
in your
deadline.
calendar or something.
I just want to see it.
Well, why were you laughing at your Lakers last year?
I know my Lakers are bad though. That's the thing.
I thought you weren't a Knicks
but,
fan.
But no, it's not that. It's just like I'm sure people who are a Knicks fan know that the Knicks sucks this year.
no, but you see,
So
the
it's
difference-
always good to give them a healthy
but
reminder.
you see the difference is the Knicks know they suck for the past 500 years, and they still go and pay those stupid
That's a
prices for the
reach.
games. That's what they do.
It's an experience, Jason. People pay for experience.
And I experience winning.
Hey man, Madison
What-
Square
what-
Garden,
what
man.
did you
It's
ex-
just-
when did you
it's one of
experience
those
winning?
places where you just want to be, regardless
Yeah.
of how good the team
And
is.
whatever is going down, whether it's a concert, whether it's a boxing match, whether it's a basketball game, it's the mecca of basketball. People, I'm sure, like every tourist that go to New York, their goal is to go to Madison Square.
Mecca of basketball with a championship banner from the 70s. Okay. All right. You know why Knicks fans are really pissed though? Because Boston's gonna get almost anything they want. They have too many picks. They have
Well,
too
look-
many picks of everything.
Anthony Davis' father already came out and said there's no way he's going to Boston.
Yep.
He was
I
like,
don't know.
after what they did to Isaiah Thomas, that team has no loyalty, so we're not going there. So that's off the table.
And I can guarantee you, what's his new agent's name? LeBron's boy.
Rich Paul.
Rich Paul's not gonna allow that.
Well, look, if the Pelicans
No.
decided to trade with Boston, but like they would have to wait till the season's done.
Right.
If they decide to trade, like he's there for a season,
season.
and that's it. Like there's nothing he can really say about it unless he fakes an injury and
Oh, he
decides to
boycott
sit.
the whole shit.
You know, like that's the only way he would be able to like refuse to play with them. But I doubt he'd do that because pretty much it's looking like LA's gonna get him. Because every other
Right.
thing that's come out has
Right.
been pretty much like he'll be a 1-season rental and then he's off to LA.
Los Angeles always wins, man.
Oh, please. You were saying that when LeBron said he was going there.
Look,
You're
let's see
talking
what
shit.
happens with the Warriors before you start saying LA always wins, okay?
I'm not
Because
worried.
they got a
about
lot
it.
of pieces to figure out. You got Katie, you got Klay Thompson, you got Draymond.
Wow.
Like
I think Clay's gonna come
Boogie
to
Cousins
Los
most
Angeles.
likely. Like I think what's going to end up happening, they're going to let Draymond go. They're going to sign Boogie to a bigger contract.
That's what I'm thinking too.
I
And
think
if you're
Clay's
looking
gonna
at
come
the
to Lakers.
Warriors, you'd rather have Boogie than have Draymond because Boogie does everything that Draymond does, but he does it in a bigger frame and a bit more efficiently. The only thing he has to work on are the fouls.
I think Clay is gonna come to the Lakers because he said he'll come play if Anthony Davis was gonna be with the Lakers.
Yeah, he said he would consider it, but at the same time, I don't think they have the money to pay him what he wants
Neither does the Warriors.
if they go for Davis.
But
I think they
neither does.
I
I'm
think
sure
they do.
those two guys are willing to take a pay cut.
For who? Sorry. Oh, you're saying Thompson?
Thompson and
Like, Thompson
Davis.
And
because of his
Davis.
dad. His dad's a Laker legend, so he'll take the pay cut.
No,
He'll
for
take it.
sure. He should.
He'll take it.
Like it would be the
Because
smartest
there'd be
thing to
no
do.
point. It would be senseless for him to stay a Warrior and take a pay cut.
Well, I
It'll-
mean, if you can keep that team intact,
No.
And if you're like, I'm just saying hypothetically speaking here, if you can keep that team intact and you're chasing rings at this point, then yeah.
No, but I think it comes down for Clay. It's about principle, because there's no way they could afford to sign KD again for an additional year.
No, of course not.
Right, at a sensible amount of money.
Yeah.
They already have a big contract with Steph. What is left for him?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you would have to look at a lot more people than just KD and himself taking a pay cut. But if he's looking at it in a sense of, I want to get rings, and it's also indicative of what's going to happen with Anthony Davis. Is that trade going to happen before, or is it going to happen after? Because with Klay Thompson, it's this season.
Right.
I don't think it's next season.
But
no,
it's this season.
With Anthony Davis,
it's going to be the season
with
after
Anthony Davis. Yeah, they can literally, Pelicans could just keep him till his contract's up.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not going to do that though, because
of course not, because then they're going to get nothing for him.
Right.
Yeah.
But most likely they're going to wait till Boston can make that trade. And yeah, Boston will take him on a 1 year and leave it at that.
I don't think they'll do that.
I think they would. I genuinely think they would. Oops, I am.
No worries. We can go on to the next topic.
Which one do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about
if you're the captain.
Breezy. Chris Breezy.
Chris Brown.
We'll take, we don't too long because we already spoke about this. What happened?
You want to line it up?
But yeah, so essentially, Chris Breezy, he is suing the woman that accused him of raping her, and as he should. And I hope she goes broke.
Probably already broke, bro.
Huh?
Probably already broke.
I'm talking dumpster broke.
I highly doubt she'll go dumpster broke, because I'm sure there's for these type of things where it's like defamation, there's a cap on how much you can sue someone for.
Yeah, and I just want to say to everyone that just jumped on Chris Breezy, Eve, that was wrong of you. You shouldn't do that, and you should apologize to Chris Brown in his face.
No, she should do it on the television show where she made basically just attacked him the whole time, because she goes on her show, she talks down on him, says all this shit about how, this is the type of person he is, blah, blah, but then her apology happens on her IG Live. Like, no, you said all that shit on your show. Put your apology on the show as well.
Have that same energy.
Yeah, like, don't try to sneak your apology in an IG Live when you find out the truth. Like, you put it on a big platform, put your understanding of the situation now on a big platform. Keep it the same.
Hey, Chris Brown was right. These hoes ain't loyal.
And look, the main reason we didn't speak about it last week was because we didn't have the information. And I mean, like, we've had such times where we've spoken on things when, like, the full story wasn't out, but we've kept it very situational to what we know, and we've made it very clear of, this is what we know so far. So, like, if Eve had went out there and said, like, this is what we know so far, and not, like, fly off the rails and just treat him like, yeah, he's just a dirtbag, and once a dirtbag, always a dirtbag, then her IG Live apology would have been a bit more sustainable. But for you to literally, like, go off the way you did, and
maybe the whoever's producing that show don't want that energy.
Oh, of course the producers aren't gonna.
The backlash they probably got from it would be like, yo, let's keep that away.
But you
from
know
us.
what? I think it's more a matter of principle in that sense, because, like I said, if you're gonna go out there and stick your neck out and have this reactionary response to the little information you got, then you got to stick your neck out there again when you're wrong.
At least you apologize, and that's what matters.
It matters, but
I think at that point, where she did it, how she did it, is about a concept of, like, making her feel some type of way. The fact of the matter is, she acknowledged she was wrong. What if she did it in a fucking
but
letter in a bottle?
Even for us, if we were to come on here and say things about somebody and then it turns out that we were incorrect,
right?
I would come back on here
because we control this space.
But that's what I mean. But guaranteed, her doing that, the way she did it, how outspoken she was about it, they gave her the time to do it. So we all know you're wrong. Give her the time to apologize.
And also, she has
plain and simple.
She has a bigger following on TV than I'm sure she does on Instagram Live.
You're on syndicated television. That's a bigger following than the amount of people that you have on your IG.
To me, at this point, it's just about pumping chest, bro.
No, I don't. I'm not seeing it a matter of pumping chest. It's more a matter of, if you took a principled stance, a moral stance, keep it both ways.
I agree, but she did. She took a stand. She said what she had to say on the platform. It just because she didn't do it, the
It's a
apology
cop-out.
didn't happen the same way.
I'm just gonna say it's a cop out.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Because like I said, if you use your biggest platform to say something and you were completely inaccurate, use your biggest platform to acknowledge the fact you're inaccurate and make the apology.
It doesn't matter as long as she made it public, just like she did it's just a different platform.
All right.
The case in point is she did it. I think.
Let me ask you a question. If I was to go and say, I don't know, I accuse someone of being a pedophile
Okay.
on TV. I did
Okay.
that. What happens? And I was wrong. I was completely wrong. But I wrote it in a newspaper article, like a little paragraph in an article. Is that?
You're being dumb now, bro.
That's not dumb.
No,
It's the same thing.
pretty
No,
much
it's
the
not.
same.
How is
No,
that?
it's not.
It's like somebody going on fucking Notepad on iPhone and just writing their little.
So you're comparing her Instagram following to a fucking
yes,
a
I
newspaper
am.
that no one fucking
Because
reads?
she used
You guys are
her
crazy.
biggest platform to tear him down, and she was wrong. And then she went to a smaller platform to make her apology. Make your apology on the big platform where you made your original statement.
Bro,
Jamal, I understand what you mean.
at the end
And
of the
and
day,
like I
but-
get
so
you're
what- so
okay
let me
with
ask-
her
It's
apologizing.
not about okay. You also have to take into consideration that she doesn't own that platform, that you're asking her to do it. Maybe didn't even know she was gonna go off like that. As she did it, she got reprimanded for it. It was not brought to the light, and so she can't bring it back up. And so she used the next biggest thing she has. You can't dictate how someone do something, bro.
Okay, so now you're speaking in hypothetical. I get that. If we're gonna say all these ifs and maybes and who knows, then in that circumstance, then you're absolutely right. But that's all hypothetical. I'm judging it based on this is what you did, and the response of it. This is what you should have done. That's it.
yeah, Jamal, if she couldn't come
I'm
back,
not looking at hypotheticals. I'm not gonna make judgments on things that happen behind closed doors that I can't confirm.
Right.
This is what you did. You were wrong. This is what you should have done.
yeah, Jamal, if she couldn't come back on the platform that she used before, it's cool. I would get it. I
Yeah.
understand.
Okay.
If that's the
then
case,
what?
then you're absolutely right. Then if she couldn't, she couldn't.
So then you don't know what happened. So
But
they just
she,
accept it for
but
what
you know
it
what?
is.
If that were the case, then she should have been like on her IG. You know, I wanted to put this on the TV show where I made the original statement, but they told me I couldn't, so I'm doing it here.
But maybe she can't put that out there. The case in point was
Once again, that's another hypothetical, though.
right. But again, you're accusing her on the basis of what you think she should have done,
No, I'm not. I'm not accusing her. I'm saying
or you're diminishing what she has done.
no.
Based
I'm not. I'm saying I'm not diminishing it. I'm saying if you put it on one platform and you find out there's an inaccuracy, the response should be on the same platform. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
I'm not making any
That
accusations
is
of
clearly
anything else. I'm just saying
that is
that's what should have
clearly
happened.
The logical thing, but for me personally, if someone don't do it that way, there must be a reason, whether it's personal to her or not. The case, what I'm trying to say is, she came out, she apologized. Clearly, she didn't fucking apologize in a school newspaper because everybody knows she did.
That was
Jason shit.
yeah. That's a hypothetical as well. But
But I'm just saying she did it, and I think it reached the masses, and that's it. Like, we should just accept it for what she did. It's not like she tried to cop out or something.
I
Yeah,
accept the cop out.
All right, let's move on.
I accept the cop out. And look, I say this as somebody who thinks Eve is one of the best rappers to ever do it.
That has no
A
effect.
lot of love. No, I'm just like, I don't want it to look like I'm taking this stance because I have something against her. You know? Like,
but she's not a rap. She didn't put it in a fucking verse, bro. She put it
I'm
on
just saying her career, her trajectory, everything she's done is something I respect, but she should have handled this differently.
No worries. Let's.
the case in point is she came forward and acknowledged her wrongdoings,
All right.
and you got to give people.
agree to disagree.
What are we talking about next, Jason?
Let's talk about Tory Lanez versus the world.
Yo,
Seems like Tory Lanez is going after everyone.
Tory Lanez said it's open season, man. If you want to go back and forth, let's go back and forth, and I respect it, man.
If he says open season, all right.
Look, he came with the type of energy that December we were talking about Jack Keys and him just saying I'm the king of R&B, which inaccurate, but I respected the energy because it got people talking. And if Tory Lanez comes out there, he's Toronto man's coming out. Yeah, I'm a Canadian rapper. People don't. Well, technically, he came out as the singer, with Chicks Tapes, which can't wait for the next one. Let's stop these rhymes. Let's get to the next Chicks Tapes. But if you want to let people know, like, yeah, I got these skills, and I'm not afraid to use these skills at any time, and people actually respond to it and they give you verses, I fuck with it because as far as hip hop goes, like, some of the best people to ever do it in hip hop were the ones who were just, I'm jumping in the Cypher circle. I'm going to spit my verse. You spit your verse. We go back and forth. It's no beef. There's no animosity. It's just, we're just rhyming.
I think Tory Lanez can get away with saying something like that because nowadays these mumble rappers aren't coming after him. If he was to challenge someone, that would be different.
But I mean, there's people who went back.
But the thing is, too, it's not even a matter of like mumble rap. Like, it's actual like lyrical people that are going after him. Like Don Q is somebody who, you listen to Don Q, everybody says like he's a lyrical dude. He's a guy.
Jared Ryder went after him.
Jared Ryder as well put a verse out there. Like he's had people actually like that we look at as this is a spitter.
Yeah.
Come out there and put out bars. And Tory Lanez each time is like, whether you had him as the winner or not, he's come with bars.
You responded to Jared Ryder?
I didn't see if he did. I know he responded to Don Q. That was the most recent one that he did. And then you had, in that Don Q response, he had put out a line to Dream Doll. And then Dream Doll put out a response. And honestly, of all the responses that have come Tory Lanez's way, Dream Doll had the best one. Like, she flamed him. There was, like, she had this one line where she was like, your Beijing was on my thigh when I was riding your face. You know how like he got like his hairline all fixed up and everything. Like,
yeah, but it was we all know it's surgical. He openly spoke about that.
Oh, the bars is nice, man. It don't matter what he did.
Oh, so now we can line our bars now?
Yo, people been lining their bars forever. How you mean, man?
Hey,
if the bar is nice though, the bar is nice.
Hey,
but you didn't listen to it yet. I was trying to get you to listen to it before, but you should have.
Nah, we good.
No, you would have fucked with it. It's nice,
man.
I
think it's a good idea. It's
no,
nice
I love it, man.
It's nice that he wants to do that.
As long as it stay lyrical and it doesn't
exactly,
end up
that's the biggest thing.
Stupid.
That's the biggest thing. Because for me, it's like, as long as you don't go into like any personal shit or actually like try to run up on each other, it's like, it's just, you put out your bars, I put out my bars. It's friendly competition. It gets people talking about hip hop.
From what I saw with the whole Don Q thing, I thought he went personally at Don Q. Because Don Q response was, at least the song is, I am not Joyner.
Yeah, I'm not
Luca Joyner.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not Joyner Lucas. But it's like, and even with that, you say you're not Joyner Lucas, but Joyner Lucas had a better track than you, in my opinion, at least.
No, but the point is, like, I made it first came up, and I'm like, yo, Tory Lanez actually dissed Don Q. Like, why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think it would be better if he just, actually challenged someone directly. That would make a little bit more sense to me. If he says anyone can get it, cool. Anyone can show up.
But that's exactly it. Like, to me, it's like
people too.
If you like go after someone specifically, it's more of now you're like, we're gonna put him in that category of you're a troll. You're trying to like use this, and like we know it's a marketing tool, but we're gonna hate him for it. If
but I
he's
think
literally like calling out people's names,
But I think this is a marketing tool. And I think it's great in the sense that it's give somebody like Dream Doll, who most people don't probably know,
and they heard that verse and
they
they're like,
heard
yo,
it all of a sudden like fire.
Because sorry to cut you off, but like I'll say even like you look at someone like The Game put out a track where he was talking about how him and Kim Kardashian hooked up. Why? And then recently he said he has sex tapes with Sin Santana. For what?
Like, been back at Button again?
But that's what I mean. It's like Game comes out of nowhere and does that, and everybody's looking at it like, yo, this is the corniest shit you could have ever done. Whereas you look at Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez is just like,
I'm happy Game did this. Hold on, I'm happy. Wait, hold on.
Wait, but like Tory Lanez just says straight up, if anybody wants to battle, I'm here to battle. I'm a singing dude, but I got bars. I respect what Tory Lanez does because it's open. He has no clue who's going to come at him.
Right.
It's open season. My door's open. If you want to step in the arena, come in.
Bro, it's like when you play ball and you go to everybody's park and you place the best player or you place you run a 5-on-5, a 1-on-1. You
just hit the court and I got next.
I respect him for that. But wait, hold on. Game really want to get Joe Budden out of retirement? I'm liking this.
Joe Budden's not going anywhere, dog. Anyone say he's not. He's happy.
And here's
where
my
he
thing
is.
with what Game did. Like, because I don't think it was a track that came out. I just heard like he was saying that he has like sex tapes, plural, with Sin Santana. And it's like, you're saying this after Joe Budden and Sin are engaged. And for what fucking purpose?
They have a baby together.
They have a kid together. They're getting married. Yeah, they're on TV. They're clearly happy together. What is your purpose for saying something like this? Whether you have them or not, what's the fucking purpose? You think people are going to like...
Leak it?
You leak that shit and then now whatever you're selling we're going to want to buy? Like, no, like you leak that shit, first off, you're fucked. Because in LA, they don't fucking play that shit. In California, they do not fucking play that shit.
No, there's a law against revenge.
So you even
tapes.
saying you have fucking sex tapes with this woman, dude.
Maybe she signed paperwork. We don't know.
But
Could have signed some paperwork.
But for me, I just look at it in a sense of there's no good to come out of where we're gonna look at you like, yo, that was like a hard fucking move. Like
I don't know, man.
To me, it's fucking beta energy, man. Like you look like a fucking beta male. Like for what reason? Especially like it comes off the tail end of you being like, yeah, I hooked up with Kim Kardashian.
But it's not the first time he said he slept with all three sisters.
Exactly. It's not the first time, so why are you bringing it up again?
I don't know, but I'm just saying I've heard him
but you
say
know why?
that.
Because a lot of these rappers, it goes to Drake or whatever like that, they're challenging Kanye. And they know Kanye can't do nothing because he's crazy.
I don't think Drake is challenging Kanye.
Look,
I don't think he sneak dissed him.
Look, Game challenging Kanye.
He asked Kiki does she like me? Like what? He's asking questions. He's not allowed to ask questions no more.
But sneak this.
Look, we all know what Kiki. Okay,
we know who Kiki is.
We all had a Kiki in the past.
We might know who Becky with the good hair is too, but you know what I mean. You never know. But I'm just saying, I don't think it was
definitely
a
had a
sneak
Becky
diss.
with a good hair.
I don't think it was a sneak diss. I think what Kanye did what Drake said, if Kanye really did that, that's fucked up on Kanye's end.
Did what?
Fly him out to Wyoming. They're gonna work on each other's project.
What, to get info from him?
No, I don't.
Look, 40 told everything.
No, not that.
40 was pillow talking.
Drake said, he's like, come to Wyoming. Show me what you're working on. You know what I'm saying? And then Kanye acted like he had no music coming out, and then he dropped an album. I think that's fucked up. And then Drake said, yo, he had me working on his shit for the whole time I was out there.
Yo, the game is the game, man. I'm sorry.
That's not a game, dog. That's slavery.
Yo.
So the game is the game. It's fair play. Everybody's gonna come after Kanye now. But Kanye knew that when he married a hoe.
And you know what Drake did his due diligence when he put out that album, and he just had straight flames for Kanye. If that's what Kanye did,
but
then
Kanye
he got what
West
he deserved.
knew what he was getting into.
But what I'm saying is, for Game to come out of nowhere and bring up this, especially when it comes to Kim Kardashian, because you've said this before.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't care then, we don't care now. Yes, Kim Kardashian has been with a lot of men. We get it.
Like the Underground Railroad over there.
so
By the way, Game, you were hooking up with India Love when she was like 16 years old. You want to talk about that, bud?
Yeah,
there's no proof to it. I don't know about any of those things, man.
Like, if you want to talk about past relationships, let's talk about that.
How'd you know this?
Dude, there was pictures of him fingering her in a fucking park.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know what you're hearing news sources, but bro, you got the plug. I never seen these pictures.
All right.
I'll show you.
You know, that's kind of weird. I don't want to see no child pornography, bro.
I'm quite sure it's still on the internet.
Let's go to the next topic.
I'm good without it.
Shout out Tory Lanez, though. Canadian man.
Yeah, that's good.
With the new hairline.
So let's talk about Jussie Smollett.
Yeah, I'm about to...
Jussie Smollett, how he was viciously attacked for, I guess, it was a crime. What was it?
Hate crime.
Well, basically what had happened was he was in Chicago because there was an event, plus I think he was doing some shoots for Empire, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because it's filmed in Chicago, yeah.
And it was late at night. He was going to a Subway because he was hungry. And when he was at the Subway, he got attacked by two people in a mask. They viciously beat him, put a noose around his neck, poured bleach on him, and apparently, according to TMZ, they were shooting out like, this is MAGA country, and called him a fag, and just basically it was like a lot of hate slurs towards him.
But also, he did he did report that to the police.
Yeah,
as well.
it was
So it's
reported
not
to because there was a lot of mixed things coming out. Like the first report came out, but apparently what had happened, like why there was a mix-up, the initial report didn't have like the MAGA information in there. The second report, when like it was essentially like they went back to him and asked him for more information and like anything else that he could recall, like that's when that information was put out.
To me, that whole thing sounds like a setup. It doesn't seem like it was a because you had to be looking for him to know all that stuff.
What's the thing? Like I
They've already
felt like
stalking him for some shit.
and at first, especially when like there was like mixed reports coming out about like what was said during the attack, because the attack happened. Like there's
there's
a medical report of
Yeah.
like the things that happened to him, so it's not like the attack didn't happen. But I was thinking like it's such a specific thing to attack him, especially like you're getting attacked, they're calling you a fag, like they have to know who you are.
Yo, man, he should have been using Uber Eats.
Should have. but like it had like these are people who had to have known who you are, had to target you. And at first I was thinking, okay, like if this attack happened in this specific way, like was there anything social media wise? Like was he posting like, yeah, I'm going out to like get some food or some shit like that?
They had to been following him. They had
Yeah,
to
like
be following
I
him.
feel like there had to be like either it's somebody that knew him and like this was a targeted attack, or obviously a targeted attack, but like it's somebody that was like following his footsteps.
That sounded like, but it happened in Chicago, so that seems to me that was a setup. To me, that's what it sounds like.
To me, it's quite odd that, first of all, I'm not saying he's a mega star, but he's pretty much one of the main faces on like
Well, he's quite well known.
right on
He's quite
TV
well
right
known.
now. Bro, you don't got nobody you could send to the store? Like, send him to get
Well,
your
listen,
food.
I don't think they put out what part of Chicago he was in.
It doesn't matter.
But either way, it's like
What are you doing out at... I'm not saying it's his fault. By no means am I
No.
saying that.
because I
But
mean
it's-
at the
it's
same
fucked
time
up
too,
what
like
happened.
what was the proximity? Like let's say wherever he was staying was literally like right beside the subway. In that case, I'm not gonna call anyone
Yeah, but
to get me my food.
in a
Like
city
if
like
if I
Chicago-
literally just like walk out the door and cross the street and Subway's right there,
But how convenient...
I'm not gonna-
But how convenient is it for two guys with masks and then they do that? Like, to me, it's like...
but that's why I say I feel like
It's
it was
odd.
it was targeting. That's exactly why I say I feel like
And
it was a
you
target.
have to understand something too. In Chicago, if you're a star, you need to have security with you all the time.
Well, I think in general,
You
if
need to
you're a
have security.
star,
Yeah, you need to have security.
unless you're literally in a place where there's nobody
No, you
around
need
for
security.
miles.
No.
No, like
It's
if
even worse where there's no one, a place you've never been before.
but I'm
it's
saying
even
like
worse.
if nobody knows you're there and there's nobody around for miles, you're a bit more safe than
No
if you're
security.
in a city situation where there's people everywhere. Yeah, you need security. But if I'm literally in, like let's say I'm in Saskatchewan, in Farmville, in the
Definitely
prairie,
is security
where
guard.
nobody's there
I would
and
get
nobody
security.
knows them. But I'm saying like nobody knows I'm there. Nobody knows I went there. I haven't made it public that I've gone anywhere. And once I got there, I didn't log into anything. I don't think I need security there.
I do.
Like I'm not around civilization. I'm not in a major city, right? But
Mm.
in Chicago, yeah, I would expect him to have security because regardless of how safe you may feel, you're still a star. Even if you're not a Leonardo DiCaprio, you're still a star.
Yeah.
You're still a recognizable face. You should at least have your homeboys around you.
Bro,
you know?
if the local drug dealer have somebody he could send to the store to buy him his backwoods, this guy should have
but
somebody.
I'm agreeing
go
with
pick up
I'm
some
agreeing
food,
with you
bro.
on that.
Like, honestly, I put all joke aside. When I saw that, it really, because I'm not homophobic. I have nothing against people on their sexual orientation. That doesn't concern me. But I felt terrible for someone to, you just go out to grab food, and that's what happened to you.
Well, look,
like,
that's
kind
I
of
looked at this
crazy
and
because it's a hate crime. Like
100%.
they said he was. He said, excuse my language, but they call him a faggot. Aren't you the faggot from Empire?
Yeah.
This is MAGA City.
MAGA
To me, it's just like
country.
it's sad. Like, because I'm sure for him, like that must have bring him back to some part of his life.
And when I heard this story, it was just a reminder of, because like, I look at it as, for the LGBTQ community, it may be 2019, but there's still so many struggles that they go through. Being gay, being lesbian, being queer, being trans. But then on top of that, being black in America. is hard enough. Being black and gay in America, or just part of LGBTQ in general in America, it's double, if not triple, as bad being a noticeable minority plus this. And him being a celebrity on top of that, it's just a constant reminder of these people face this shit every day.
Crazy.
You know, you have black trans women and men that get attacked and brutalized constantly to this day. You have gays and lesbians that are attacked and brutalized just for that to this day, especially black or people of color that are in the LGBTQ community. It's a constant reminder that regardless of all the progress that we've had, how far we've come as far as promoting their rights and getting them further along to be on an equal plane with us, there's still people that literally hunt them down and look for them to attack them and murder them and brutalize them in the most heinous ways.
But I mean, I agree with what both you guys said. I mean, somebody must have been following, whether it's social tags or something, or knew where he was gonna be, and that shit happened.
It's fucking
that's
disgusting,
twisted.
man.
Some people just twisted. Like, he ain't do you nothing. Why you gonna go break a rib, do all sorts of crazy shit?
Yeah, they
like
fractured his rib. Like it's one of those things that, like I said, it's just a reminder that as far as we
but
come,
they
there's
still haven't made
so
any
much-
arrests, right?
No, they haven't made. As far as I know, they haven't made any arrests. Hopefully, something comes out, some type of information, because I know they were checking surveillance videos to see what they could find. But
Did it happen outside the subway?
I believe it happened outside, but
Yeah.
they were also wearing masks, so it's like
And it's 2 a.m.
the odds of finding something.
Subway open late in Chicago.
Yeah, man, Chicago's is a crazy place, man.
It's like the odds of finding something when you have 2 masked men that attacked you. Like you would have to find like the slightest of detail, like a scar, a tattoo, something like that. But like
Bro, it's
clearly
winter
they
time.
made sure
covered
that
up.
they'd be covered up and wouldn't be identified. You know.
Yeah, just hope he gets better. I hope he's feeling better, recovers.
I wish
And,
all the best
you
to
know-
him because, like I said, man, just everything that we know that happened to people of color in the LGBTQ community and just the LGBTQ community as a whole and what they go through. Just this type of shit it's still very regular, even though it's not reported on. And for people of color especially, it's still like a lynch mob on them. It's disgusting to know that these things still happen as frequently as they do.
Sucks, man. Sucks. All right, let's go to our next topic. Terry Crews versus DL Hugley. What do you guys got to say about that?
DL Hugley needs to calm the fuck down before.
Why?
Because I don't know why he went out of his way to bring this story up again and insert himself as what he would do if he was Terry Crews.
He's not allowed to share his opinion?
No, you're fully allowed to share your opinion, but when you share something that's stupid,
How is it stupid?
because he on his show goes and says, "Oh, if I was Terry Crews in this situation, I would have smacked the shit out of the guy."
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't have. Because let me tell you something. In majority of situations that any human is involved in, where within a split second's time you have to make a decision, majority of people freeze. Terry Crews in this situation where he's in a public place, him and his wife, they're at this party, a guy comes up to him, grabs him by the balls in front of everyone, and his split second decision was either I hit him, I walk away, I yell at him, I cause an infraction, but in that moment he froze. Like anybody would, because it's like you're registering what the fuck just happened, and you're also considering everything that's happening around you as this thing happens. So for DL Hugley to come out the gate, especially after everything that has happened with Terry Crews after he came out with this story, the amount of people who've been telling him in Hollywood to drop this shit, that, you know, he needs to just let it go. And then the amount of people who have looked at Terry Crews and literally said this exact same thing of, look at you and look at this guy. Why don't you just punch him in the face? And the fact of, at the time this happened, Terry Crews isn't the person career-wise that we know him today. He was starting up. He was getting bigger. He was trying to put himself in a position where he'd be as we know him now. To say that you in his position would have just smacked this guy in the face who was a known prominent figure in Hollywood, shut your fucking mouth, you're wrong.
No, you can't tell somebody's wrong for predict or saying how he would have reacted.
Everybody thinks they know what they would have done
But
if
of
they were
course.
in somebody else's shoes. But guess what? The person who was there in that moment,
I agree
Terry
with what you're saying.
Crews, did the right thing.
Well, I did the right thing. That's subjective. Based on your views, he did the right thing. Based on DL Hugley's views, you would have punched him.
Look,
I
I'm
would
always a
never
person like, and we've talked about this many times, when try to avoid inciting violence as much as possible, especially in this situation, because if you look at Terry Crews, yeah, if this person did something that's just completely fucked up, but if he went and beat this dude's ass,
Right.
Terry Crews would be in jail right now. You know that for a fact. Even if he just gave him one slap, Terry Crews would be in jail. We know this. Because Terry Crews would not have been given... No, let's be real here.
No.
It's not like this happened today.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, even just to say someone's going to violate you and you're not allowed to defend yourself, or the way you choose to defend yourself is based on the fact that you don't want to land in jail, or you don't want to taint your potential of growing, when someone clearly violated you, is sad to even think that, you have to go through that thought process.
And on top of that, the one thing that Terry Crews always stressed when he's talked about the situation is he would have flew off the handle if it weren't for his wife. His wife was there with him, saw what happened, and she was immediately with him and said, "We're going to walk away from this. Keep your cool. Do not react." So for DL Hugley to come in here and say, "Yo, I would have smacked him in the face," and no. Who are you to say that, especially after everything Terry Crews has told us about the situation, the way he's felt about it, the way he wanted to come out but had so many people telling him not to do a damn thing, and know that everything that Terry Crews has told us about the situation, for you to come out now and be like, "You did it wrong, you should have did this," who the fuck do you think you are?
So he's not allowed his own opinion.
You're allowed your opinion,
Okay.
but you're allowed to have a wrong opinion, and I'm allowed to call you out on that.
But it's wrong to you. It's subjective. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, it's wrong to a lot of people, especially
But
like I said.
but on the same
If
side,
you
it could
have
be
the
right
guy
to a lot
in the
of people.
situation tell you exactly why they made the decision they made, how dare you then come out and say you should have handled it this way?
I could see it
He
from.
didn't say you
listen,
should have. He said if I was him, I would have handled it.
That's essentially saying
No, it's not.
this is what you should have done.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yes, it is, because
No, it's not.
he's putting himself in Terry Crews' shoes.
All right, listen. I can see from both point of views. I can see DL Hugley saying, this is the way you should have handled it.
No, he didn't say should. He said
This
this
is
is
the
the
way
way
I
I would
would've
have handled it.
I
There's
would've
a
handled
difference
it.
between using the word
And
should
DL
and I
Hugley would have
will.
went to jail.
No, he would say, okay, this is the way I would have handled it. Yeah, DL Hugley would have gone to jail, but I guarantee you that guy wouldn't have been doing that no more.
And I'm
Or-
sure
You can't make that guarantee.
not
or-
only not the guarantee of not doing that anymore, but he has what you think they're going to arrest him, throw him in jail? He would have had an opportunity to voice what happened. Period.
Yeah.
But I also see it from Terry Crews' point of view. He's just starting up. He wants to be an actor. He probably didn't register in his head, and his wife told him, "Don't do anything." I'm like, okay, I get where you're coming from, but how much do you want to sacrifice to get to that point?
Yeah, like that's crazy to me.
To me, I get it. It was wrong for that dude to do that. Terry Crews handled it his way. I have nothing to say because that's how he handled it.
Yeah, that's how he chose
That's
to
how he
handle
chose
it.
to handle it. But DL Hugley, I don't knock him for what he's saying either, because if that's how he wanted to handle it and beat up dude, if he chose to go to jail, that's on him. But that's how he chose to do it.
The reason I say it's just simply because of everything that we've known from the moment Terry Crews made this note to the
It
public.
doesn't matter what Terry
Wait,
Crews
wait.
said, bro.
Wait.
You're making this about a Terry Crews sad moment. He just said
No.
it is.
Jamali, hold on.
It sounds like
Jamali,
you're
hold on.
sympathizing with him based on what he went through
Jamali.
emotionally.
One at a
Hold
time.
on. Just hold on. I'm saying it in a sense of Terry Crews put this story out, one, because he was making a case, like he made a police report against the guy who did it to him. Also, he wanted to let people know that if somebody like him can have this happen to him, imagine what women in Hollywood or women in general are going through against people of this type of caliber and how they would go towards that. That's why he put it out there.
Okay.
So for DL Hugley now to turn that story around and be like, well, this is what I would have done, you're undermining everything Terry Crews has been putting forth as far as making it a teachable moment, not only for people that have been abused, but for abusers themselves to be like, realize what you're doing is wrong.
Well, that I disagree with.
That's absolutely not.
part
He's
I
not
would-
attacking that part of what Terry Crews is doing.
That part I disagree with because
I said he's undermining.
He's not, well, attacking would be undermining. He's not undermining that. He's just saying straight up, like, bro, if someone did that to me, this is what I would have done.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of,
I get that.
That's not undermining the bigger picture of Terry Crews.
It really is, though.
Absolutely not.
It really is, because what Terry Crews is going out there and saying is he took a road where he felt not only would he be protected, and he put himself in a position where he's not going to essentially incite a cycle of violence and a cycle that would hurt himself and the people he loved, even though he knew what had happened to him was completely heinous. He's taking a road that he feels now he can teach people and guide them to something better.
Right, and DL Hugley feel that
DL
if you
Hugley's
slap
just going
the shit
out there
of
and saying, I would have just slapped the show.
right,
It's like,
it's a teachable moment. Don't do that shit and watch who you
And
approach.
look, we've had conversations all the time
It's both
about some people
teachable
need to
moments.
get punched in the face, and I agree with that. But with what Terry Crews is doing with this, I don't think what DL Hugley coming out and saying that is helping anything that Terry Crews was saying.
I don't think DL goal was to help anything. He just was voicing his opinion on the situation.
Yeah,
It's a bad opinion.
just to wrap this up, though,
In your opinion.
what I'm thinking is that it's what Terry Crews is trying to do. I understand it's a teachable moment, but in order to teach a moment like that, you have to make a change in it. So yeah, he's saying his experience, but what has in his experience changed, or what has he done to make sure that doesn't happen again? That I think Terry Crews hasn't been clear about. He's been clear about the situation, what happened to him, but what he's done to avoid that in the future, I think that's a little sketchy. And DL Hugley just said, "Oh,
What he's done to avoid getting his balls grabbed?
yeah."
Or what is he teaching other people to not make that happen to them?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
What
But
has
in
he
a
done
teachable
for
moment.
that?
That's
If
the only
it's a
thing I would-
teachable moment, what has he taught?
Well,
That's the only
every
thing.
single thing that's come out of like the Me Too and Time's Up movement has been about people sharing, whether they're male or female, sharing their stories of ways people have violated them and taken their agency and put them in positions where they felt like them as an individual, as a person, has been violated.
Oh no, that's fine. I get
So it's
that.
not a matter of him going out there and be like, okay, this is the lesson you have to learn specifically. It's more of,
You said it was a teachable moment. What did he taught in
the
that
teachable
moment?
moment was what he had specified was, if somebody like him, you know, you look at Terry Crews, this dude is fucking, I think he's my height,
He's
probably
jacked
has a
as
good
shit.
40 pounds on me. A guy like him can have this type of situation happen to him. It's a matter of understanding for people who downplay or look at like the Me Too movement as just like this kind of like lynch mob,
Right.
that a guy like him having this type of situation happen to him, imagine the type of things that are happening to women. So then they tell you what they're going through. They tell you the microaggressions that they feel or the blatant aggressions,
Right.
to take it seriously and
Right.
understand there's things that we have to change in order to make them feel comfortable and not feel violated anymore.
100%. Now, DL Hugley saying, I would have done this. How does that undermine what you just said?
Because essentially what he's doing is saying the way that Terry Crews handled it wasn't enough.
No, he's saying the way Terry Crews handled it, I wouldn't have done it that
Yeah,
way.
which is saying it's not enough.
No, it's not.
Because Terry Crews literally said because of his wife, and he spoke to his wife, they walked away, they left the party, and DL Hugley is like, more should have been done. He's saying you should have put like hands on this guy.
He never said you should have. He said I would have.
He said I would have done this, but you're using the example of Terry Crews. Like if he had just went out and said, if anybody ever violated me, this is what I would do. Cool.
So because you
But
Terry
you're
Crews
using
in the sentence,
you're
he's
using
undermining
Terry
the whole thing?
Yeah, you're
Absolutely
using
not.
Terry Crews, his specific situation, as your example of this is what should have done or what I would have done in this situation, specifically this, which is you saying Terry Crews didn't do enough. That's
No,
undermining.
it's not.
It's undermining.
Well,
Absolutely not.
Well, let's agree to disagree because we're not gonna get anywhere if we keep Well, you guys saying one thing. I get it from both point of views. I personally would have kicked the shit out of the dude. That's just me.
And
If
look,
someone do that, but that's me.
if Terry Crews had beat the shit out of the dude, I wouldn't be mad at him. The dude
that's a
deserved it.
teachable lesson too, right?
Yeah, it's a teachable
The
lesson.
dude deserved it. Like, I wouldn't be mad at him at all. I'm just saying, it's undermined.
Everyone's on notice. That's all it is. Everyone's on notice to do some.
Don't
stupid
touch DL.
Hey, don't threaten me with a good time.
shit. All right.
I don't know about a good time. I don't know what you talking about.
We'll get to the last thing. So last thing are final thoughts for Super Bowl.
Well, we
Nothing
kind of
too-
did that first, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
You want-
I don't bet against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
I'm going with the Rams. That's
Pretty
my final
simple.
thought for them.
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams.
6 rings.
You get no.
I want to see
secret.
history, man. I want to see history.
He's not gonna have.
He did it with 5. I want to see more history. 6 rings.
Mm.
He's technically the first quarterback to get 5. He's the first quarterback to
Be careful
do
what
9
you say,
Super
Tyler.
Bowls. Let's be the first one to get 6 rings, man.
Yeah, but you lost against some teams that you
Great
should not-
defenses.
Great defenses.
Yeah, I guess.
Great defenses. All Patriots games have been decided in less than a score.
That Spygate helps.
I wonder what trick they're gonna come up with now. Gonna put AstroTurf or something?
Drones.
Drones?
Drones.
What is
Dude,
it?
I
gonna
don't
be?
care, man. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
All right.
I guess Bill Cosby tried, but I'm just saying we could.
Why?
Just
Why?
had to say you put it out there. And he cheated the game, right? So
No. What?
Hey, it's all in the game,
hey,
man.
it's all in the game.
It's all in the game.
You put that out there. I'm talking about Thomas Brady.
Hey,
All right, let's wrap this up.
I'm
Let's
talking
wrap,
about people in jail.
let's wrap it up.
Final thoughts, gents?
I don't know. Good luck, Rams. They deserve it if they win. If they don't, they did a hell of a job this season. They should still be proud of their efforts.
I want the Rams to win. It's not necessarily because it's Tom Brady. I just want something different. Like we got the Eagles last season and Patriots, and we get Patriots again. Let the new quarterbacks win some shit.
I don't believe in handouts. If you want it, go out there and earn it, Rams. I won't be mad if you guys win. It'll be great for you guys. Sean McVay was a great coach.
The last time the Rams earned it, it was cheating involved. And the Patriots,
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, my friend. Okay.
The two.
But like I
cheating
said,
teams.
I-
Who's the better
I look-
cheater? It's what it comes down to.
Hey, these are my final thoughts. Thank you very much. I like the Rams.
Your
They're a
final
great
thoughts.
team. I like their defense. Hey, Aqib Talib, if you could get another one, that's my boy. You got a special place in my heart
Oh, here.
to the end of the day.
love.
Hey, my final thoughts. Thank you very much.
Groupie love.
Tom Brady, get number 6, man. Go out there and do it. Make some fucking history.
Oh, please.
all right,
I think we good. We Gucci, baby.
all right, everyone.
Oh, wait, one last thing. Guys, seriously, Black History Month. As Canadians, we have a jaded view on how great this country has been to like black people
Oh, Lord.
or people of color in general. Do your fucking research and understand that it has been a long process to get to where we are and still a long process yet to go
Mm-hmm.
as far as not just ourselves, but all people of color in general. But it's February. We made it through January. Enjoy
Y'all
the
should
next
celebrate
28,
y'all
baby.
blackness year round, not just 1 month. Fuck out of here
Why
with
you
that
so
black.
Preach.
salty, man?
Preach.
Why are you so salty?
Because it's bullshit, bro.
Preach.
They give you the shortest month of the year, the coldest month of
Yo,
the year.
Yeah.
black excellence
Preach,
all together, man.
No.
Dude, we talk black excellence
No.
all the time.
You want to talk about Black History Month? This month in Chicago, there should be no murders. Talk some shit that's real sensible. No fucking all this bullshit, bro.
This
Like
dude
trying to
has-
flower
has
it up.
Dreams of grandeur, fuck.
Well,
Fuck.
clearly you have the same. But I'm just
No,
saying.
I'm just saying it's
Celebrate
Black-
your blackness.
I'm stating
Be
a fact. It is
be
Black
proud,
History Month.
Be happy year round.
Why, as a black person, are you mad that it's Black History Month?
I ain't mad at it. I think it's insultive for them to give us 1 month.
Insulting?
I don't insulting. Sorry, and I don't. The fuck out of here. You're the one who's. Anyways. I'm not gonna. You're gonna get me
Huh?
tight, and this whole
Huh?
shit is already.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
wrapped up.
Huh?
Bro, chill.
What?
Chill.
Huh?
You want to end up like Jussie Smollett, bro. Chill.
Wow.
Jesse's.
Wow.
Joke, bro.
Wow. Inciting hate crimes.
Hey,
I see.
don't be mad. We were
No, but I'm just
yeah,
saying, like,
it's fun.
I
I
don't
am.
celebrate this type of thing because I think it's pathetic. I think for a lot of people, this is the only time they actually take time to appreciate their blackness or look into what black people has contributed to the world. I think this is something that should be done daily, year round, and that's all I'm saying.
Look, you're not going to get an argument from me from that.
I'm not. So therefore, you
but
can't.
That doesn't mean I'm not going to acknowledge Black History Month.
But you can't serve two masters, bro. You guys always want to serve everybody and be on good on terms.
How is me acknowledging Black History Month me serving two masters?
Because that's undermining the fact that you should appreciate your blackness year round. Period.
I do appreciate my blackness.
No, but you should. That's what you should
year
preach.
Round.
Don't preach this bullshit up top about it's Black History Month.
But it is.
Fuck out of here. For you,
I'm literally only stating a fact.
For you, it is not for me.
I'm literally only stating
February
a fact.
1st. That's all it is.
All right, Malcolm and Luther, relax.
Like, yo, why is he mad, bro? It's Black History Month.
It's Black History Month,
A
January.
black man angry, that's Black History Month. He's kind of hotep about
Matt,
that shit.
wrap us up.
Yeah, do something good for once.
Why is he so aggressive, man?
Yeah.
You need a vacation, my guy.
I need someone to pay for me.
All right, guys, you know where you can find us. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube. We're on everything major as far as the audio goes. I'm your boy, Matthew. Tell your friends, tell your pets, tell your family to listen and share the Don't Be Mad podcast. Peace, y'all.
We out. Love is love.
Take care, everyone.